All right, guys, welcome to the Sesame Street edition of Exposure Runs the podcast. I'm your host, Big Bird, out this month. No, I'm just playing. We were just joking off camera. Welcome to another episode of Exposure Runs the podcast. We on location down at Whitney Young High School for their media day. I want to let y'all know right off the back, to my upper right hand caddy corner, we got ops in this. I'm just playing.
Not playing.
I'm not playing. but I'm playing for the camera. We're gonna go over. We're gonna introduce ourselves at the minute. Like, what's up, ops? That's how I'm gonna introduce myself too.
I believe you.
I know you do, because
I
you know me.
definitely
You know
believe-
me for quite some time.
Yes.
All right, our first guest. I'm like actually kind of hyped that we got invited down here, and I actually learned something because I did not know that you were the actual head coach. I knew you were on the coaching staff. I did not know that you are the head coach. And we go back to like 2013 or 14 is when I first met you. Were you coaching then?
No, I was with the First Step coaching boys AAU at that point.
Okay. So I'd like to welcome the Whitney Young Girls Basketball head coach, chef. Yes, I said that right. I said chef, Miss Krissy Harper.
Thank you. I appreciate you having me today.
Welcome to the show.
This is it's been an experience already.
Yeah, already. And we just see the best part about this is I like interviewing people who already know me and know my personality. So nothing I do or say comes as a surprise. And then later on they be like, oh, he fucking crazy.
Oh no.
You know that
this
already.
This is all keeks and giggles, and I know that already. That is a fact.
That is a fact.
That is a fact.
So welcome to the show. Thank you for having us down here. We are Bo and I, my producer of the show, we have been making it a concerted effort to make sure that we are bringing some exposure, if you will, to the girls' game. Like, first of all, the state of Illinois, obviously the city of Chicago, has quite a plethora of fantastic girl programs that is highlighted by y'all and some of y'all ops.
Yes.
Okay, we won't talk about it.
Well, not today.
Okay,
This is
not
our
today.
day.
This is your day. But the girls' game is very, very good in this state alone. Why? My first question is, why do you think that the female game as a whole, whether it's high school, professionally, or college, is so highly under exposed? Like, why isn't there enough glitz and glamour around the girls' game?
I think that's a question we've been trying to answer for a long time. You know, even back to when I played, it was kind of the same thing. I will say when I played, though, we won. So we did pack out the stands.
Okay.
I will say that.
Okay.
But I do think it's a process just to be able to shine light on these young ladies, both at the high school and college level. And, you know, even moving into the WNBA, I think it's a conversation that people are now starting to take seriously. And it's a conversation that now the men and the boys are starting to chime in and want to be more involved as well.
Right, more advocate for the game.
Exactly,
Yep,
exactly.
yep.
So I believe once, you know, that starts happening consistently, I think it'll start to trickle down to the high school level as well.
You talked about the boys being more supportive, if you will. You are actually the coaching peer with probably one of the Mount Rushmore of coaches in the city, with Coach Todd Slaughter, who we had on a few weeks back. Can you talk about what type of support Coach Slaughter has been for you personally and just for the female program overall?
Well, personally, day one of me becoming the head coach here, he was a mentor.
Okay.
He obviously has been here even back when I was playing, so
Okay.
he was very familiar with me and just my character in general. So he stepped in day one and said, whatever you need, just let me know. There were a lot of things that I didn't know stepping into this new role that, you know, I don't pretend to know things that I don't. So, you know, with him being so accessible, his office is right there and mine is right over there.
Okay.
So I could always walk in and say, Coach, I don't even understand these rules, or I don't know who I should reach out to on the administrative level. You know, him being there has been tremendous for me.
Okay.
And he also has a very good relationship with my assistant coach, Angie Foster.
Okay.
So, you know, bringing her on 2 years ago just further showed him how serious I was about the position.
Okay.
And he's been a tremendous help. As far as the girls program, he always makes sure he's at our big games. Always. He is the first person there. He makes sure we have plenty of fans there. He's the loudest one in the stands.
Okay.
He wears the brightest orange he can that day. So he has been absolutely amazing, and I will forever be indebted to him.
Yeah, shout out to Coach Slaughter. He's been a great advocate for the game as a whole, boys and girls. And I got the pleasure, like I said, of speaking to him a few weeks ago. Him and Coach Smith, as they are rather preparing for the Chicago Elite Classic, which will be there for that. But the best part about that interview was just watching two of the elder statesmen of the game be childlike. Like, I enjoyed that. Like, their interactions with each other was so, like, and I'm saying this in a positive way, it was like so childlike. You don't see the elder statesmen of any profession be so, like, it was very comical to watch them interact with each other. They're like children.
No, seriously, they are, and they have a very long-standing relationship.
They do,
and a tremendous respect for each other.
They do.
So when they're able to kind of put that wall down and just be themselves, they take full advantage of that.
Which we take huge pride in when people come and sit in our chair, to kind of make them feel comfortable, to be able to let that guard down, to be like that. So we definitely take pride in that. You are a former player here at Whitney Young. You played from 05 to 07 here. I'm going to make the assumption that you was one of the star players of this joint around here. I'm just going to pretend like that was the case. Talk about your playing experience when you were here, and how has the game changed since you played?
My playing experience here was great. We were winners.
Okay.
We won back-to-back city titles while I was here. I
Boom, champ.
I played under Coach Corey Irvin.
Oh, and the Irvin family is very legendary.
Very synonymous in the city,
okay.
for sure.
Go on.
So I'm happy to say I was a part of that legacy. My playing days here are filled with wonderful memories.
Okay.
Obviously, it was tough. Coach Corey was a no-nonsense kind of coach, but she really prepared me for college. Especially the mental part of the game, her being so not stubborn, but dead strong on her principles, really instilled in me, hey, when your coach tells you something, you execute it to the highest level. She conditioned us to make sure we were physically ready, for the college level, which a lot of my teammates in college were not.
Gotcha.
So that was something I did not struggle with. And just her teaching, I implement a lot of the stuff that she taught me. I implement that into the program.
I was actually going to ask, that was going to be a follow-up question, like, what from Coach Urban did you take that you still use as a coach today, whether it be plays, whether it be conditioning, practice habits, instruction? Like, what can you be a little more detailed in some of the things that you have taken from Coach Urban that you are using today? Well,
definitely her conditioning mindset.
Okay.
She took conditioning preseason very, very seriously.
Okay.
And I am the same way with them now. I mean, I don't want to say they fear it, but they know it's going to be tough.
Yeah, it's nothing to be played with.
Exactly. So, but like I said, that prepared me for college. So I want to make sure that they're prepared for the conditioning aspect. And it's funny that you asked, because one of our seniors last year, who's now at Arizona, Skylar Jones, she literally just told Coach Foster the other day, conditioning was something that she did not struggle with at Arizona because of how we conditioned here.
That's good.
So even though you hate it while you're going through it, once you get to that next level, you're like, oh, okay. I understand.
Right.
Yeah, so I definitely took that from her.
And I like to think, and I'm pretty certain that you do know, not think, because as I talk to other of your coaching peers, whether male or female, who implement such a strenuous conditioning program, I like to think that it's almost like that parent, like, and I just actually was on the phone with my mother for about an hour and a half last night, right? And as we become parents, or like the elder statesmen of stuff, and those are us as children, and then your players, they have that aha moment. Like, it's kind of like, yeah, I tried to tell you, like, you hated it then, but, and then they can kind of come back like, coach, you was, coach or mom or dad, you was right. I'm actually looking forward to that from my son, who's in college now, because I know it's coming.
Oh, definitely.
I know it's coming.
It's definitely coming, and it's coming quicker than what you think.
Yeah.
Even if he hasn't said it yet, I know he's
thinking it. Yeah.
For sure.
All right, so after your playing days here, you went to Grambling State, which is a HBCU. So I'm a huge advocate of HBCUs. I went to one. I went to the first HBCU of Lincoln University, Pennsylvania.
Oh,
the first.
okay.
Yes, you can look that up.
Okay.
Yup. We're going to look that up, because I saw your face like, is it the first? Hell yeah, it's the first.
Yeah, I thought you were going like the Howard route.
No.
I didn't know. Okay.
No, it's Lincoln, but Lincoln and Cheney fight back to back. We were the first degree-granting university in the history of HBCUs. You can look that up.
Okay, spitting facts.
but my stupid ass didn't get my degree. But it's cool. It's
okay.
cool. It's cool.
I did.
Okay, good. Talk about that experience being at a HBCU. Like, what was that like?
It was wonderful. My senior year, I had a couple of offers from. I had an offer from Pepperdine, Coppin State, and then Grambling came along.
Okay.
So Grambling was actually my first visit. So I went down and totally fell in love with the culture.
The whole thing.
Everything.
The whole thing. The dancing.
Yes,
and all.
everything.
Yeah.
And I can't dance at all. Just
just
at all.
FYI? Okay.
Just FYI.
Okay,
So
okay.
don't ever try to put me on the spot in that way because I
Okay.
will fail.
All right, noted.
So don't set me up for failure.
All right, never will I.
Thank you. But just the culture down there, it was totally different. So while I was down there, I actually made the decision that I was going to commit. I hadn't gone on any more visits, and I didn't feel like I needed to. I feel like it was one of those things where you know. Yeah.
I agree.
So I'm a complete advocate for HBCUs as well, especially for kind of undersized players. So I was a shooting guard in high school,
Okay.
but at the next level, I'm undersized at that position.
Okay.
So, a couple of my girls here, they're undersized as well.
Okay.
So I'm a huge advocate for HBCUs because even at the size that you are, you can really thrive.
Oh, definitely.
Yes, you
definitely,
can really
definitely.
thrive, and your height won't be held against you.
At that level.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any HBCUs currently looking at any of your players? And if not, how do you get them to look at them? And how do you kind of, as a coach, convince them that, you know what, this might be the route for you?
Mm-hmm. So obviously I keep a good relationship with Grambling State. And my coach, who is now, I believe he's the president of affairs, student affairs or something like that. He knows everybody in the SWAC, in probably every HBCU in the country. So I can always pick up the phone and say, hey, I have a kid. Here's her strengths, here are her weaknesses. Can you try to, put her in the right situation? Right. But as far as getting the player to understand, hey, this is a good situation for you, it's just being honest, and then using my own story as a way to show you, hey, I went the HBCU route and look where I am today.
Right.
I was very successful in the SWAC. I led the SWAC in 3-point field goals made all 4 years that I was there. Just want to make
Talk
sure, yes,
Talk
that
your
is
shit.
on there.
Talk your shit. Go ahead.
So, it was a great situation for me, and as I look at them now, as we're sitting here, it could be a great situation for a couple of my girls here too.
Okay. What type of player was Krissy Harper?
So it's so funny you asked me that. So I was a very kind of smiley player. My nickname in college was actually Smiley. My coach gave me that name. But as we were talking earlier about Mac Urban Fire, right, and just the Urban family, so Mac frequented a lot of our practices.
Shout out to Coach Mac. Rest in peace.
Yes, right. No, Coach Mac.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay,
Right.
Go ahead.
So he was here a lot, and Coach Corey would have us, running, doing sprints or something, and I would always run with a smile on my face. So Mac would always be like, Krissy, why are you over there running with a smile on your face? Like you just running on the beach. I said, Coach, I got to stay in good spirits. This is tough. I got to stay in good spirits. So that was really kind of the player that I was. And it's so funny because every time I tried to talk stuff, I would start missing. So I said, you know what? I'm just going to smile my way through this game.
I was going to ask you that.
Yeah,
So you was not a trash talker?
No.
Never?
No. I didn't, because every time that I would start missing threes. And I was like, okay, no, I'm just going to be quiet.
So this ain't for you?
No, this is not for, I'm going to let AT, you can handle that.
Got you.
France, you can handle that.
Got you.
Portia, but I'm just going to sit over here, run me off these screens, and hit me when I'm open, and I'm going to make my shot. From
player to coach, what type of coach are you? I'm going to assume you don't do a lot of smiling as a coach, or do you?
On those side of the lines, I don't. But on this side of the line, I do. I really try to be a player's coach.
Okay.
So I want to make sure my girls know that I'm approachable.
Okay.
But they also respect me. So
that's a very fine line.
It's a very fine line to teeter to as a coach.
And an adult.
I'm sure. I'm sure. So, I really wanted to make sure that they felt like they could always come and talk to me, but simultaneously understand everything I'm saying. You're going to do it how I want you to do it, to the level that I want you to do it, but still know you can come talk to me after.
Right.
So understanding that, and I think I got a lot of that experience. I also used to coach with First Step Basketball.
Okay.
And I coach boys. So, being able to get to a boy is different. The way you coach a boy and the way you coach a girl is different. And to be honest, I never thought that I would coach girls because I know how we are.
Talk about it.
Yeah, and I know we are full of emotion. We have, all of these things going on inside of our bodies. We're trying to figure us out, especially in today's day and age. So I really never thought that I would coach girls. But now that I'm here, I'm surprised it took me this long to do it. But, I take the experience that I had with my boys and I pick and choose what I can use with them. And I've been successful so far.
You talk about like just kind of teetering that line with coach, mentor. I don't want to use the word friend because that's a very thin line that we walk as adults of whether it's our own children or, again, people that we're tasked with developing into young people. I don't want them to think that I'm their friend, but I can be friendly. How do you teeter that line? Because, I've worked in schools and it was a very fine line and I struggled with it when I first moved here. Number one, just overall my own personal development as a human being, but then having to learn the Chicago culture, not being from here and, all of that stuff that goes into the stuff that's getting poured into them at home, on the streets. How do you gravitate between the two successfully?
That's a great question. It's a great point also. With my girls, I try to establish, instead of a friendship, I try to establish more of a big sister kind of look. Okay. Because a friend, you're kind of on the same level.
Right. I'm not on your level.
Right. But a big sister, you're going to have a certain amount of respect for your big sister. You're not going to approach her with everything that you would a friend. So I kind of try to take that role and I try to establish that relationship before we even get into the gym. So then they understand when we get into the gym, there's a switch, and they respect that switch because of the foundation that I have set with them outside the lines.
Okay.
So I really make a concerted effort to build a relationship with them prior to them stepping in the gym with me, and then once we get in the gym, they're more receptive to that switch.
I think most of us are you a parent yet? Okay. And I only ask because, like, hearing you explain that, it's kind of almost how I parent a little bit, even with the little one over there, and then my oldest, like I said, is 19. Just understanding that the type of kid today and their mental makeup, whether it be through social media, some of their at-home situations are very rough. Even if they're not rough, just their parent or guardian not having the mental makeup of how to address them in certain aspects. I kind of use that with my son. It's like there is a switch. It's your it's my responsibility to teach you where that switch is or when it's going to come on, but it's also your responsibility to know that I shouldn't have to turn it on.
Exactly.
And if I turn it on, you need to respect that it's on. I'm not playing with you. And his mother and I, we do a great job of kind of showing that. Now, this one over here, he is. We had a situation last night at the restaurant, but he's the difference between him and my oldest boy, obviously outside of the stigma of him being the second child and their stigma around that shit, because I'm the second child, which rebellious and asshole-ish and all of those things. But he does, with our first child, with our oldest, we told him something, and it was usually just one time. Very rarely was it twice. If it was twice, it came with the look, and he was like, you know what? I don't think they playing, so I'm going to chill. That one is like, you tell him, you look, you tell him, you like might even whatever. He actually told me last night, because I fussed at him at the restaurant, he started crying, and I took him to the car because he was embarrassed. It's like we're in the restaurant, and it's like, bro, like, you hurt my feelings when you yell at. Well, I shouldn't have to yell at you when I'm telling you what. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just stuff like that. So it's good that you have that ability to kind of like big sister, like you say, put your arm around them, like pour into them. I'll kick your ass if I need to, but I love you none the same. Get out there and give me 30 points. All right, cool.
Exactly.
I like that. Why did you decide to get into coaching?
Ooh, that's another great question. Well, initially I kind of fell into it because First Step is actually my dad and my uncle's program. So I kind of fell into it because I wanted to help. And then at the time, I was Coach Foster's assistant coach. Yeah, so it's a full circle moment here.
Full circle
moment.
Okay.
So I kind of just fell into coaching, and then once I got into coaching, I fell in love with it. I fell in love with the impact that you have on the kids. I fell in love with the fulfillment that they give me in my life. You know, I understand that now. You know, as a child, and you hear a coach say that, you don't have a clue what they're talking about.
When you become an adult.
Exactly. Then it's
because
like,
if you're pouring into them the right way, like, you'll get something out of it yourself.
Exactly.
If you're not pouring into the right way, you don't have that understanding of it.
Exactly. Then you'll feel like you're empty, or you're pouring everything out and you have nothing left, and you're not getting replenished.
Right.
But you know, in all honesty, they replenish me and they keep me going. They motivate me even in my business. So
which we're gonna talk about too. Go ahead.
But you know, coaching is amazing, especially when you have great people around you. I love Coach Foster. I love Coach Rachel and Hank. You know, the support system that I have, they are absolutely amazing because I am juggling so many hats. They take a lot of that pressure off of me, which allows me to be successful.
Okay. What is the hardest part about coaching?
The hardest part about coaching is at this level, I would probably say the parents. Sometimes it's hard for them to understand the vision.
I'm itching.
Yes.
I'm itching. Go ahead.
Sometimes it's hard for them to understand the vision, and if they don't see the vision, they're gonna rebel. Definitely gonna rebel. So
how do you deal with that though, Chris? Like, I know.
Well, the way that I deal with it, I kind of just remove myself from that. I feel like I have a loyalty to the kids. I don't feel like I have loyalty or an allegiance to answer to parents. And that's another reason I did want to bring Coach Foster on, because now I kind of have that buffer. When I was here, my first 2 years, it was really just me. So I had to deal with kids. I had to deal with parents. It was a lot to take on. And like I was saying earlier, I was starting to feel empty. And I'm like, this is not how I want to feel. So what can I do to make this a better situation? And having that support system around you with the right coaching staff helps, which then kind of removes you from any kind of outside noise that's going on. Now you don't even have to hear it because you have that buffer there.
You have arguably one of the best players in the entire state on your team, right?
Definitely.
The argument can be made for the best, but when other people see this, they'll say, well, what player? But you have arguably one of the best players. I mean, just as a player, because we interviewed her, right? Great interview.
As you should.
Great interview. And we're going to interview her again today. How do you keep her grounded as a budding superstar in the state? And then eventually, wherever she goes, she's probably going to get an opportunity, if not right away, but, you know, kind of filtered in. How do you keep her grounded as a young lady and as, I mean, respectfully to your other players, as your star player?
I keep her in reality. I don't allow her to, all that stuff you mentioned may as well be true, but that's only true for this moment. How do you know if you don't? Well, not even how do you know. If you do not continue to do what you've been doing to get there, that's not going to be your reality. So let's just keep it real. And you know, with her, you have to stay on her. If you allow her to be laxed, she will be laxed.
She said that. She actually kind of said something of the sort. Like, she said, like, she can't remember if she used the word lazy, but like she said, like, you know, sometimes it takes me. She didn't say it exactly like that, but just reading between the lines, some of the stuff that she said. Even the interview, admittedly, was very like, you know, it was a great interview, and we very much enjoyed talking to her. But you could tell, like, you know, she has a switch.
Yes.
And when you turn that switch off, it's off. It's completely off.
It is.
The lights is out. She ain't doing.
No.
I ain't playing.
No.
I ain't nothing.
And if you do not know how to reach her, you won't. So that also is something that I'm trying to help her with as well, because it can come off a certain way if you don't know her.
That's true.
Yes.
That's true.
Yes.
And not so much that we took it a certain way, but you saw it. And again, I do pride myself very much so on just providing that space for people to kind of like be comfortable. And it was really, I took it as it was really more that she didn't really know. I'm sure she saw the stuff up and down the social media. She didn't really know us. She didn't know me. She had her the gentleman there with her who, you know, kind of plays like the buffer for everybody. And I recently just met her mother. So like she definitely had that, I don't really know y'all. What's this about? And then she had her AAU coach there with her. So it was kind of like, he vouched for me. I made him comfortable. She ain't have a choice. So it worked out. So it ended up being a great interview. I want to segue right into outside of coaching.
Here we go.
Here we go. Outside of coaching, you have a pretty successful, shall I call it a cooking business, a chef business? You could cook your ass off. Let's just go ahead and say that.
Yes, I can. I actually have 2 brick and mortar locations.
Really?
Yeah.
Are they open today?
They are. Well, one is actually open. I have one.
Talk about them. Let's get the names and locations.
Okay, so the restaurant is called Cleo's. I have one location in Bronzeville at 4248 South Cottage. That one is the flagship store. It's actually only open Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Okay.
And then I have another one downtown at 190 North Wales, and that one is open Monday through Friday.
So you down there with them folks?
Yeah, we're down there with those.
I can say it.
Okay.
That's your clientele.
That is my clientele.
She down there with them folks. You know what I'm saying? Okay.
Yeah.
The people who pay and not complain, and they just put their Amexes up there and go ahead and charge my car for some mac and cheese and some yams because they don't get that cooking back up north where they at.
They love Cleo's.
I know they do.
They definitely
They love us
Cleo's.
as people, period. They act like they don't. Yeah, I'll say it. They act like they don't, but we offer a lot. Food for starters. Go on, talk about it.
And I actually, I'm the official restaurant partner for the Chicago Sky. We do their post-game meals,
So we are looking for sponsors. We are looking for sponsors. Go on. I'm sorry. Chicago Sky.
We do their post-game meal, post-practice meal, and pre-shoot-around meal. And we also are a partner with the Chicago Bulls. We do a lot of stuff with them in their community relations department. And we're actually also the official partner for the Chicago Bears. We do all of their post-game meals for the team and the front office staff.
I lost count. So you're a head coach. You're a chef of the city's 4 restaurants. Oh, I'm sorry, 2 restaurants. All right. Then you got 4 of the major sports teams in the cities that you provide food for. All right. So when do you sleep? I'm going to assume that, you know, part of your eating is like when you're making the food, like I might as well make me a plate too since this stuff is going in. But like, how the hell?
You know, like I said earlier, I have a great support system around me. I have a great support system here at Whitney Young, and I have a tremendous support and a team at Cleo's. I mean, they're the reason why I'm able to be here today. Like I said, the restaurant is open, and I'm not there physically. So I pride myself in understanding that I would not be where I am today without the people around me. And I'm a firm believer in that. Even on the screensaver on my phone, I have, you can't do this by yourself. In order to build empires, you have to have soldiers on the ground. You have to have commanders that you can sit and have conversations with. In order to sit on the throne that you want to be on. So, you know, I love what I'm doing, and I love the people that's doing it with me.
I can't agree with that enough. As we grow on this platform, like my soldiers to the right of me. Like this is undoable without my guy sitting over there. Like I just had the vision and the idea, and I was able to just kind of like tell him, and he was like, "Oh, okay, cool. Let's rock out." And then of course, like, you know, now we have SVI as one of our sponsors, but we have room on our board here for Cleo. I got a spot right there for Cleo's, a spot right there for Cleo's, a spot. We can get you on there.
Okay.
No, I'm dead ass serious.
I know you are.
Hey, I'm dead ass serious. We definitely gonna talk about that. I'm so serious. What goes into putting your schedule together? Like I know that, well, just from knowing you, but also knowing the Whitney Young's legacy, if you will. Y'all pride yourselves on playing the best. So what goes into your schedule making process?
So I Coach Foster, Rachel, and Hank, we all kind of sit down and figure out, okay, what are our goals this year? And our main goal this year was more exposure. We don't have any seniors, so I see the name. I see.
What you said? What you said?
Exposure.
Say it one more time.
Exposure.
That shit big as day right there.
It is.
That was a great plug right there. That's why you should be a sponsor.
You know, I'm warming up.
Okay, all right, go ahead.
I'm warming up. So, we really sit down and figure out what our goals want to be. And this is actually the first year that we've done a media day to this kind of capacity.
Okay. And I see a lot of the young ladies, the teams, the programs are getting, because the boys were already doing it. Mm-hmm. And so, I saw a lot of, and we've been at all the, I think all of the ones that we knew about, we've been at. Mm-hmm. Oh, and by the way, shout out to y'all the first ones that gave us stuff too.
Oh yeah.
We got passes, we got books, we sitting in comfy plush chairs.
Yes.
Yeah, so people, when y'all invite us out, step y'all game out. And we got a little snack table over there that I'm gonna raid right after we done. Where is the food though? The Cleo stuff.
That's why you got a detour when you leave and come to the restaurant.
I like your thinking.
See, we could maybe do an episode at Cleo's.
I like your thinking.
I'm just saying.
I like it. We got a lot of shit.
Talk. Talk.
I got extra pages in my book, and we can talk about that. So go ahead. I'm sorry.
So what was
the schedule making? I know I be throwing you off. Go ahead. The schedule making.
The schedule making. So we really wanted to figure out what our goals were this year. One of our main goals was more exposure for our girls, which is why we're going to DC, which is why we're going to Florida, which is why we wanted to do a bigger media day, like this. So not only to prepare them for college, because in college you do stuff like this, media training,
yep.
You got to have these kind of experiences, and we wanted them to be able to tap into that, once they move on to the next level. But as far as the schedule, like I said, we just wanted to make sure that they got exposure. So, Coach Foster, I take my hat off to her. She put together a tremendous schedule, a great schedule. I put a lot of trust in her. She is literally like my aunt. I've known her since I was, super small. She's a close family friend with my dad. And she took the bull by the horns and she laid it out and just said, Krissy, how does this look? I said, looks great. Check off. Let's go. And we just move on from here.
Okay. Who do you think will be your toughest opponent this season?
Toughest opponent. That's funny. Probably us. To be honest, probably us. It depends on who we decide to be that day. Okay. We are a team within a team within a team. So depending upon our mindset, depending upon how we're approaching the game, depending upon their pregame rituals, depending upon, it's a lot of things that kind of change. So I really feel like this year is going to be us. It's going to be, do we really feel like we are capable of doing X, Y, and Z? Do we really feel like we can step into that Whitney Young persona and really be the team that we're supposed to be?
I got y'all team slogan.
What's that?
You ready?
Yeah.
We beat us.
Oh, can we write that down? Oh my goodness!
Partnership is consistently growing.
We beat us.
I see. It's layers. It's layers here.
I'm just saying.
Yes.
I'm just saying. Feel free to take that.
Okay.
And put it on some shirts.
Okay.
I'm an extra large. She's a medium.
I got you.
Yeah, but feel free to take that. We beat us.
I love that.
Put that right on the whiteboard.
I love that.
You got it.
Like that you just unlock so many different things in my head.
Because as you're talking, like, first off, I was going to kind of make not so much fun, but I like how you said, like, basically what I'm taking it as, because I'm a read between the line type of a person. We putting belt to everybody's ass if we show up. That's what I heard you say. Although you didn't say that. Like, I'll say it. But then it's like, so basically she's saying that the only people that can really beat them is themselves.
That's right.
We beat us.
I love that.
You got it.
I love that.
You got it.
Okay.
All right, cool. I love it. I love that you love that. I love that for us. I love that for our partnership. I love that.
I love the plug.
Okay.
I love it.
All right. You kind of answered it already, but what are the team expectations?
Team expectations, win city and state.
That's it. Point blank period.
Point blank period, win city and state.
Okay. Is it a failed season if that is not accomplished? And I know that's a tough question for a coach. It is, because the expectation is you always shoot for the stars, but you don't want to undermine the growth of the team. So I understand the answer that I'm going to get from you, but I do want to ask, is it a failed season if you don't win city and state?
Well, just to piggyback off of what you said, you're taught to always shoot for the stars, right? Or my dad used to say, shoot for the moon, because if you miss, you're still amongst the stars. Yeah, my dad used to tell me that all the time.
I like it.
Yeah.
Your dad is Sagittarius?
No, he's not. He's a Pisces.
Okay, because, I don't know nothing about Pisces. Go ahead. Shout out to your dad, though.
I'm a Sagittarius.
When your birthday?
December 14th. Oh, no.
December 2nd.
Oh, my goodness.
You see how the things is, I'm telling you.
Everything is aligning. Everything.
This is like the eighth thing.
No, seriously. This is kind of freaking me out a little bit now.
A little bit.
Just a little bit.
A little bit.
A little bit.
Am I the one that's cool with this? I'm the one that's expecting.
I'm just saying. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Wow, that is
crazy.
Wow, yeah, a little bit.
All right, come on. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. I think did we just become best friends?
At this point.
I think we just.
At this point, we're BFFs. Jesus Christ.
Hey, man. What we doing, folks?
Okay. Last two questions. You have mentioned you've mentioned your team. You just mentioned your father. Just talk about your family and what they mean to you. In Islam, we believe that as our children pick us as parents. So essentially, you picked your mother and father as your guardians and as your guidance, and then just kind of. Essentially, you picked your team. So just kind of talk about your family and talk about the people you consider your family and what they mean to you personally and professionally.
Well, on a personal level, it's kind of both actually, personal and business-wise. I named my restaurant after my grandmother. She passed when I was in high school, my sophomore year, right before I transferred here, actually. And as I got older, I wanted to do something to honor her and honor her legacy, right? I wanted just how my family would sit around and talk about Cleo. We always talking about my grandma Cleo. And now the city and the country is talking about Cleo. Now Cleo's name is ringing everywhere, right? I even have her name tattooed on my wrist. So everything that I do, she's doing it with me, So family is extremely, extremely important to me. It's something that's how I move. I move off of my family. Everything that I do in my business, I do for my family to create that generational wealth. So that's something that's very important. And then kind of spilling over into here at Whitney Young, that's the same kind of vibe and feeling that we wanted to create here. I know people, coaches say all the time, oh, we're a family, but I really want the girls to feel that. Yeah, and really nurture that and that sisterhood that they have amongst each other. So family to me, is everything. Whether that is personally your family or business-wise at Cleo's my family or here at Whitney Young.
I remember when I definitely remember when I first met you when you were providing the food for Excel's. Did you have your restaurant then, or you were like on the ground level up? So
I was that was the ground level.
And I remember, first of all, let me, I should tell you that part. What I do remember is the food was always good. I do remember you always always smiling and laughing and joking, and when I would come down in the because I was always down in the kitchen just stealing shit and right from my floor or whatever, and then just kind of getting to know you and your staff, and you were growing that. I do remember you bringing a lot of y'all beverages in those big brown things when y'all would do our breakfasts for the beginning. I'm telling you, I remember.
I see.
I remember distinctly, but. What allows me to remember that, other than the fact that the food was good, was just you overall, your personality, how well you just always just welcomed people, you talk to them, and again, your smile. I definitely remember all of that. So it does not surprise me, which it's a pleasant surprise, but it does not surprise me to see that you were able to venture to have the restaurant. You being the head coach was I didn't know that, but that's another welcome surprise. So that's super dope. I ain't gonna lie to you, that's super dope. I know in February I think it's February, and I'm gonna try to remember because they be on the go. I don't know if you know this or not, but my brother and sister-in-law are Kindred the Family Soul. Are you familiar with that R&B group? Huge in the city.
Okay.
Huge in the city. But I'm gonna bring them past the restaurant. They got a show at the winery, the Chicago winery.
Oh, the Chicago, not the Bronzeville winery.
No, I think it's in Brownsville. I'm saying it wrong. It's at I just know the winery, the Shire Winery or the something winery. I'll show it to you after we're done, but I'm going to bring them past it. But I do know that the food, I can vouch for the food. Now, it's been years since I've had it. I don't expect much have changed, but at the ground level, that shit was good.
I appreciate
that. Shit was good. So we definitely popping over there.
Oh, yes,
okay,
definitely.
Cool. Last thing I want you to do, I want you to send yourself a future message, you and your team a future message. When you see this video 5, 10, 15 years from now, what message do you want to give your future self?
Well, the message I want to give my future self, Krissy, stay strong in everything that you do. Understand you were built for this. Continue to keep God first. Continue to keep your faith. I know you have accomplished all of your dreams. 5 to 10 years from now, for sure. Continue to give back. Continue to pour into those that are coming behind you, because they are the future. As you sit where you are now and you look around and you have those conversations with your girls now, make sure that you continue to give back, because that's everything. Yeah.
This has been
If
fun.
I keep going, I'm gonna start crying.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
not
we
crying.
don't want you to cry, because sometimes people don't realize Sagittarius, we like emotional thugs.
Yes.
We emotional thugs.
Oh my
like,
God.
we water up, but I will whoop your ass while I'm crying. I will whoop your ass. I'm telling you, I will whoop your ass crying. And no, I don't mean to be fucking you up like this. Yeah, I'm an emotional thug. I ain't even gonna front. I'm not
That's
even gonna
the
front.
most perfect phrase ever.
We're emotional thugs.
Yes, we are.
Yeah,
Because it was coming. That's why I just had to.
I know.
shut up.
I did a podcast I just had my showcase down at 167, right? I'm sitting there. I had one of my best friends from college. His son was there. They came in from Philadelphia to partake, and we just got to talking about our children. And my ass out of I just started crying.
Seriously?
I swear, ask him. I just started crying, like bawling.
For real?
But I was still thugged out. I would have slapped the shit out of somebody that day, and probably even more so. I actually said that. But just every time I start talking about my children, and then obviously with him being there, his one son that was there, he has another son as well. All of our children are kind of close in age. We've known each other for like 20 plus years. Went to I met him in college, but I've known his wife since high school. We all went to high school together, and it just was like really emotional, just kind of the whole full circle moment. I'm telling you, I started bawling, and the shit just came out of nowhere, and I couldn't control it, and I was so pissed that I couldn't stop it, and I was trying to like stop the whole taping, and Bo's like, no, like keep
Let it
going,
go, right,
and I'm
let it
like,
roll.
nah, man, I don't want niggas to be thinking, because I'll choke the shit out of somebody. I need people to understand that, like, I will cry. But I swear, like, it may be worse.
Oh yeah, because you have now all of that too on top of. Yeah, I get it.
Like, choke the life out of somebody.
I
All right.
understand.
I don't want potential sponsors to think I'm a violent person. We don't want to mess that up. Okay, all right, cool. I'm gonna calm down. Coach Krissy, I really appreciate you coming on the show. Like, it has definitely been a full circle moment. Like I said, we've known each other since about 2013 or so, but this is actually the longest we've ever talked, but it's always been love when we've seen each other.
Of course.
Good luck on the season. We got our passes, so we definitely sliding. What side is this is like the whole side right here?
Yeah, this is the main.
All right, so I need like we need our own section, which, by the way, do you guys already have your games streamed live?
No.
And I see a little area right up there where he can put his stuff at, and he can stream y'all games for y'all, like, on a very, 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 very super serious note. Like, that's something that he has done previously throughout COVID. And then he has the equipment to do that. Like, these games can get streamed live. Either you can kind of go through his AGM Plus YouTube channel, or you guys can set up a YouTube. He can show you how to do that. But, you know, for college coaches, we can get that stuff out there to them that they can't make it into the game. That is something that can definitely be done.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. It's just been a lot of ideas today. Just ideas everywhere.
Yeah. What's our slogan? Coach? What's our slogan?
We beat us.
And we out. And we out. And we out. All right, guys. We still down here at Whitney Young Media Day 2023. Our next guest, we're going to have introduce herself, what class she's in, and what position she plays.
I am Kaya Johnson. I go by KJ. I'm a 2025, so I'm a junior, and I'm a point guard.
Point guard. Okay. Tell us 3 things that you enjoy outside of basketball.
I enjoy binge watching TV shows.
Okay. Your favorites?
New Amsterdam and Snowfall.
Okay. Good shows.
I like going out to restaurants.
Okay. Your faves?
Cleo's and Texas Roadhouse.
Shout out to Cleo's, potential sponsor. We hope. Go on.
And then I like doing graphic design, watching my auntie do it.
Really?
Yeah.
You can draw?
No, on the computer I can.
Okay, we'll take it. Who are your favorite teammates on and off the court?
My favorite teammate off and on the court is Destiny.
Okay, why?
Because I knew her since like 2nd grade. We played together, and we're just top trolls together.
Okay.
Great.
Tell us what Coach Krissy is like. What type of coach is he?
She's a really good coach. She gives it to you straight. She has tough love, but I know at the end of the day, it's all love at the end.
Okay. What are some of your strengths as a player, and what do you need to work on?
My mid-range game is a strength for me, and probably something I should work on is my confidence.
Okay. Talk to us about your recruitment. How many offers do you have / interest?
I have one offer from Gardner-Webb University.
Okay. And will climate play any part of where you decide to commit to?
No.
Okay. Why should a college coach recruit you? What would you bring to the table as a player?
I'm really good on defense and my speed. I'm really fast.
Oh, are you?
Yes.
And what type of teammate would you say you are?
I would say I'm a fun one, but I have a mean side. But other than that, I'm cool.
What's your sign?
Capricorn.
Okay. When you say you have a mean side, talk about that a little bit. What you mean? Competitive, or like you just mean just for no reason?
No, it's competitive, and then like you know how some people don't really know the difference to not take it personally.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's like that.
Okay. Would you say that you are one of the leaders of the team?
Yes.
Okay. And describe your leadership style. What would your if I asked any of your teammates, what do you think would be the consensus that they would say that your leadership style is like?
They would say it's a mix of encouragement and then telling you, "Hey, man, let's go, let's pick it up."
Okay. Who are your favorite NBA and WNBA players?
I like Stephen Curry.
Okay.
I like Chelsea Gray.
Okay.
I like Asia Wilson.
Okay.
Yeah. Jordan Poole.
That's a new one. Okay. All right. But before I go to my next question, I want to take a minute real quick to give a shout out to my all-time favorite WNBA player. She's like my boo. Like in my mind, we married, but not really. Like I follow her on all the social media platforms. I just absolutely love her. So I just want to say hi to Elizabeth Cambridge. I love her. I make sure all of the female players that come on our podcast know. I know a little bit of something about the WNBA and the girls game.
Okay,
I ain't no slouch. I ain't no sucker, but my crushes. I always got to give my crush a shout out. And that's Elizabeth Cambridge. So I hope you don't mind me taking a minute to do that.
I don't mind.
Okay, cool. Hey, Liz, what's up, boo? All right, my bad. Talk to us about your family, what they mean to you as a player and as a student athlete.
My family, they're cool. They're supportive. They've been with me since, I was little.
Right.
They played a big part in like making all this stuff happen, getting things together, getting us right, the uniforms. Yeah.
Okay. What would you say the team's expectations are for this upcoming season?
To win city and state.
That's it?
Yeah.
Would you categorize it a failed season if y'all don't win city or state?
It's not failed. It's Just got to work on stuff.
Okay.
It's not failed.
Not a failed season.
No.
I like that answer. Okay. My last, it's not so much a question, it's more of something I'd like you to do. I'd like you to look into the camera, give yourself a future message. When this video is played 5, 10, 15 years down the line, what message would you like to give yourself?
You did it. You finally have made a name for yourself. Don't throw it away. Take advantage of the opportunity you have.
Okay. Well, I thank you for stopping by our platform. Really appreciate it. Good luck on this season. We will definitely be at a couple games to support you ladies. We are trying to bring more exposure, if you will, to the female game. You guys deserve it. Mm-hmm. And so we're looking forward to cheering you guys on. If we come to the games, we're going to make it our business to probably like sit right up there in the corner. So like when you flipping and flying up and down the court and you get that break, and you look up, you're going to see it. So we're going to be waving down at you like that.
Okay.
That's cool?
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. Thanks for stopping by.
You're welcome.
All right. All right, guys, we are still down here at Whitney Young Media Day 2023. Our next guest, we're going to have her say her name, her class, and what position she plays.
My name Elena Shields. I'm class of 2025, and I'm a guard.
A guard. Okay. Tell us 3 things that you enjoy outside of basketball.
Hanging out with friends, watching Netflix, and sleeping.
What is your favorite Netflix show right now?
Troll Hunters.
Troll Hunters? I never heard of that. What is that about?
It's like a kid. He like find an amulet.
Oh yes, I have seen that.
Yeah.
Okay, I have seen that. Okay, cool. Who are your favorite, or who is your favorite teammate on and off the court?
I say Sela.
Okay.
She's just like a funny person,
Okay.
and she talk about like Taylor Swift a lot, so that's pretty funny.
Why?
That's her favorite artist. She know like every single song.
Does she?
Yes.
Does she sing them?
Yes.
Is it funny?
Yes.
Okay. Tell us what Coach Krissy is like. What type of coach is she?
She's a really good coach. Like freshman year, like I was really emotional, so like she was like tending to me about that.
Okay.
So.
When you say emotional, meaning what exactly? Like getting into it with people, or like respectfully, like crying, like
like crying, like
why? Why was that?
I didn't play a big role my freshman year like I thought I would.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it bothered you a little bit.
Yeah, cause like coming from like 7th grade and 8th grade, like I was the star, and then coming into high school, like I didn't really play. So.
You had to start at the bottom.
Yeah.
And that was difficult to adjust.
Yes.
So let me ask you that. So let me ask you this rather. As you're progressing and soon to graduate to high school and then going on to the next level, I'm going to assume that college is on your mind.
Yes.
You'll have to do that again. How do you think learning from your freshman year of high school to your freshman year of college, how will you handle that situation differently?
Probably like asking for advice before coming, because like I thought high school was just gonna be a breeze, like, oh, I'm gonna play, blah, blah, I'm gonna score.
Right.
But like I'm actually gonna like talk to like college players and see like what did you do your freshman year to do that,
to prepare you for that.
Yes.
How long did it take you to kind of get that grasp of just kind of like squashing the emotional aspect of not playing right away?
Like sophomore year, actually.
So
like
it took your whole freshman year?
Yes.
Okay, and I'm going to assume that you're going to be playing a lot this year.
Yes.
Do you think that freshman year experience made you a more strong-minded young lady?
Yes.
How so?
Well, I learned my role, and now I put it to the game.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I like that. What would you say your strengths are as a player, and what would you say you need to work on?
Defense for sure, for my strength, and working on my jump shot, 3-point shooting.
Okay.
Because I heard that's what college is like, smaller guards to play defense and shoot threes.
Yeah.
So that's
you got to be able to hit that shot.
Yes.
You got to be able to hit that shot. Do you have any college interest or offers at the moment?
I don't.
Okay.
A few interests here and there.
I got you.
Yeah.
What are you looking for in a college coach, and what are you looking for in your college teammates?
For a college coach to actually take a chance in me, because I don't think there's too many college coaches that want to do that.
Okay.
And for teammates, just come together as a family, like more as sisters than teammates.
Okay.
Yeah.
What you said? You don't think you feel like college coaches want to take a chance on you? Why do you think that?
I'm a smaller guard. I'm 4'11", so.
So you think your height will play a part in your recruitment?
Yes.
So how do you be proactive in preventing that mindset for a coach? Because you already know, like, oh, she's kind of small. So like, what do you feel like you need to do to kind of like make them like she's small, but she can
play 110% every game.
Okay.
Like just stand out.
Okay.
Like in front of anybody.
Got
so
you.
That's what I'm.
Okay. Will climate of a city or state play a part in where you decide to go to school?
No, it does not.
It won't?
I'm trying to just get out of Chicago.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Why should a college coach recruit you and offer you a scholarship?
They should recruit me and offer me a scholarship. I think I'm a really hard player, and I listen. I'm like a good listener, and yeah, I'm a good listener.
Okay.
Yeah.
What type of teammate are you?
I'm a good teammate. I talk a lot. If anybody got questions, I'm gonna answer them.
Okay.
And, yeah.
Okay. Who are your favorite NBA and WNBA players?
My favorite WNBA player is Kalia Copper, and NBA Colin Sexton. I like how he play on defense.
Okay.
Like he real.
Okay.
Like a flea.
Copper plays here, right? She
Yes.
plays for the Sky.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. I'm familiar. If I'm not mistaken, she's from Philly, which is
Yeah.
where I'm from.
Mm-hmm.
She's from North Philly, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Them Philly players, we can hoop.
Yeah.
I can't hoop like her though. All right. And talk about your family and what they mean to you as a player and as a student athlete.
My family means a lot to me. My sister played basketball,
Okay.
so like it really like, oh, she played basketball. Now you want to do it? Like it's all good.
Okay.
And they really on me about my grades and stuff. So like college coaches will look at that and
Definitely.
like offer me anyway
Okay.
because of my grades.
What are the expectations for the team this season?
Win city and state. Yep. We need state.
Y'all need
I don't really
state.
care about city. We need state.
Y'all need state.
Yeah.
Would you say that it would be a failed season if y'all don't win city or state?
I want to say fail because everybody growing at the end of the day.
Okay.
As players and individuals, so just learning.
Just learning.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. My last thing I'd like you to do is look into the camera and give yourself a future message. When you see this video 5 or 10 years from now, what do you want to tell yourself?
Be confident in yourself and don't second guess yourself.
Okay. I thank you for stopping by the podcast. Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much. Very nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Okay. All right. All right, guys, we are still down here at Media Day at Whitney Young 2023. Our next guest, we're going to have her tell us her name, her class, and what position she plays.
I'm Lisa Jones, class of 2026, and I'm a power forward.
Power forward. You said Lisa Jones.
Yes.
Okay, Lisa, tell us 3 things you enjoy outside of basketball.
I enjoy playing cards. I enjoy driving, and I also enjoy playing other sports.
What other sport would you say is your favorite?
Flag football and soccer. I
Really?
love soccer the most, though.
Really?
Yeah.
I love hearing stuff like that about other athletes when they like other sports. That's pretty dope.
Yeah.
Who would you say is your favorite teammate on and off the court?
I got 2. I can
Okay.
say 2.
Yep. Yeah, you
Okay.
sure can.
Destiny and Nina.
Why?
Destiny, because I feel like me and Destiny, we vibe. Like, Destiny got almost like my personality. Like, vibe with Destiny. Nina, because I feel like I bring another side out of Nina that people don't see. And I feel like I'm just like a great friend to Nina. Like, I love how my personality brings out Nina's personality.
Okay.
Me and Nina definitely vibe.
Okay. Tell us, what type of coach is Coach Krissy, and what's her coaching style like?
Well, her coaching style, she loves to play fast, and because we always play in transition, so I would definitely say she loves to play fast and defense. Coach Krissy, she's very cool. Like, everybody be seeing her and they think that she's mean, but deep down inside, Krissy just wants the best for everybody, and I love that. She's very, like, I would say she's more of like a sister to me. I look at her as a coach, but she gives off like that sister vibe, that big sister. So I definitely, but it's like not a bad sister. It's like that good sister coaching mentality.
That's interesting that you mentioned that, because when we interviewed her, that's exactly what she said that she was going for. Like, just giving you ladies that big sister, knowing that, you know, she'll put foot to behind, but but she's like a big sister.
Yes.
All right, that's pretty cool. What would you say are your strengths as a player, and what would you say you need to work on?
I feel like my strengths, I could go either way. I'm very dominant in the post, but I feel like what I could work on is my outside game.
Okay.
More. Being more comfortable.
Talk to us about your recruitment. You currently have 2 offers?
Yes.
Loyola and Ohio State?
Yes.
That's pretty big time.
Yes.
Okay. What would you say, does either school currently have an edge? If you was to select today, I know you're only a sophomore, but if you was to sign today, and of course the goal and the hope is more offers will come down the pipeline. We got that. But out of the 2 schools right now, does either one of them have the edge?
Yes.
Okay, we won't. I won't put nobody on the spot.
Yeah.
Don't put you on the spot. Okay, okay. But one
won't know.
we don't want no smoke.
Nah.
We don't want to scare nobody off.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. What are you looking for in a college coach, and what are you looking for in college teammates?
In a college coach, I'm just looking for a coach that pushed me to my best ability. Also, I'm looking for a team that plays fast, because I feel like that's matching my high school team. I like teams where like they play throughout their post players, and my teammates, I'm just looking for like a supportive system and people that hold me accountable.
Okay. Will climate play a part in your decision wherever you go?
No, I don't care. I mean, I don't really care. I'm the type of person, I can do the hot, I can do the cold, so climate won't play a part.
Why should additional college coaches recruit and subsequently offer you? What do you bring to the table?
I feel like on the defensive end, I bring strong rebounds, talking on defense. On the offensive end, I feel like I bring a lot to the post. I do want to bring my game up to where I can be more mobile on the wings and stuff, because I know at my size, that's what I most likely play in college, so I'm working on that.
Okay.
But that's pretty much what I say.
Okay. Who is your favorite NBA and who is your favorite WNBA players?
In the NBA, I don't have a favorite player.
Okay.
But if I had to name a player, I would probably name Antetokounmpo, Giannis.
Giannis? Okay. And what about WNBA?
I love A'ja Wilson.
Everybody loves A'ja Wilson. I love A'ja Wilson
She's
too.
nice.
But she's not my favorite though.
That's my favorite.
My favorite?
And Jonquel Jones.
Okay. My favorite WNBA player all time, she's like, in my mind, she's like wifey boo. Like, I love her. Like, I love her. It's
She you know, let me tell you something. You know she would never reach out, right?
I'll put some money on that she do. She eventually will see this. She eventually will see this, and I guarantee you she reach out to me. But give me a second. Let me say hi to my booski. Can I get a minute?
Go ahead.
Okay. I'm going to say hi to my booski, Elizabeth Cambridge. And what's up? Don't do that to my booski.
Yo, Booski cool, but like, yo, Booski, that's not your Booski, because she never reach out.
Put some money on that.
We could put some money on
How much we putting on that?
We putting 100 on it.
100 on that.
Yeah.
Don't let me down, Liz. Don't let me down, Liz. Okay, we're going to see about that. And I'm going to make her shout out. She's going to say, Lisa Jones, this is for you and to my boo.
Really?
She's going to say all that.
We betting on that.
We betting on
Okay.
that. Bet.
Hey, I'll let you know my cash app after this.
Okay, cool. What are your team's expectations this season?
My team expectations for me, or like in
Both.
Okay, for me, I feel like just more of us being a more like, how can I say, like the camaraderie. I want it to be.
That's okay.
I want the camaraderie to be better this year than last year.
Okay.
I feel like putting all egos to a side and let's just all play as a team.
Okay.
And I just feel like us together just being more positive this year, and as like I said, just playing as a team.
Okay. And what about the team expectations overall?
Playing defense, taking pride in playing defense. I feel like that's one of the big things that we stress this year, is because we know we could bring the offense. That's no biggie. But us, when it comes down to playing, when both teams are good, what you gonna do then? Like, defense wins games. So I definitely feel like defense is the biggest expectation this year.
I like that. Talk to us about your family, what they mean to you as a student athlete and as a player.
Student athlete, my mom and dad, they love the fact that I play sports. Like, that's an add-on. But one thing that they don't play about is academics. And me too. I feel like, yeah, I get into these big schools, like saying, for instance, I get into South Carolina, LSU, all those big names and stuff. But when I get down there, I don't want to be like the name like a dumb athlete. You know, like a lot of people like they be worried about like I want to go to the league, I want to do stuff like that. But when a jersey come out, my mom always told me be prepared for when a jersey come out because you're not gonna play basketball your whole entire life. So just having I feel like great academics and being smart is definitely like another key that I want to add to the thing. Like,
The repertoire.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, shout out to your mom and your dad for pouring that into you. I like that. Okay, last thing I'd like you to do is I'd like you to look at the camera and give yourself a future message. When you see this video 5, 10, 15 years down the line, what do you want to tell yourself?
I want to tell myself that if I do go to the league and if I'm looking down the line and I'm in the league and I come back to this video, I want to say that I did it. Like after everyone not believing in me, me quitting on myself, and knowing that I actually went to the league and did things that I thought I couldn't do at certain times, and people thought that I couldn't do, I would just say you did it. That's what I was saying. I did it.
Okay. Thank you for stopping by the podcast. It was very nice to meet you. I enjoyed talking to you. I hope you enjoyed yourself.
I did.
Okay.
Let me tell y'all my favorite thing about this podcast.
Okay.
Him saying he gonna get Elizabeth. That's never gonna happen. And let me tell you something. I watch this podcast all the time.
Do you?
And that's his favorite line. And let me just say this. I hate to be,
So you was waiting to say that to me.
I was waiting on this.
What? That's crazy. Go ahead.
I was letting them know.
Go ahead.
I hate to be,
the bearer of bad news.
Yeah, but it won't happen. Just cut that line. Like, let's end it. Let today be the last day you bring that line back.
Damn. That's wild. That's how you gonna end on us?
That's how we gonna end.
Elizabeth.
Hey, it's positive vibes. But Elizabeth, let me let you know.
Elizabeth.
Shorty, I know you ain't gonna call him. He know you ain't gonna call him.
I don't know that. I don't know that. And by the way, Elizabeth, my number is 215. Like, she gonna call me.
Put this number out every time. This number you never got a call, have you?
That's not important.
But have you ever got a call? Let me ask you. You got a text, a follow back, or anything? Because I know you follow him.
I do.
Exactly. You got a follow back? You ever got a like, a comment, anything?
Damn. This crazy.
She was ever in the request? I know you in her request. But
that's crazy. Yo, she killing me, bro.
Whoa, why did she come with this energy?
I don't know.
I come with the vibes, bro.
I'm not gonna lie. I kind of like it from the challenge standpoint.
Yeah, for sure.
Cause straight up challenge accepted.
Okay. That's
Challenge
cool.
accepted.
We ain't ducking no smoke.
Oh, Elizabeth, don't let me down. Don't like.
I'm confident on my answer.
Me too.
Me too.
I'm just saying.
That's
Why?
what-
Okay, let me tell you this. Why would she not call me? What? Like, why not?
Because, bro, what? Like, do you know who you are?
Yes. Yes.
No, I just feel like Elizabeth, y'all got high standards. That's cool. Like, you're not like a bad person. You're not below the standard.
Okay.
But I just
Appreciate
feel like
that.
where Elizabeth is at, you just don't fit the requirement.
That's wild.
This is ridiculous.
I just feel like me personally, it's never gonna happen, and that's okay. That's okay because you got other people. But let's just stay in our range. Let's be realistic here. She's not calling.
So she's
bro.
outside of my range.
Yes, she's not calling. We betting 100 on it. I'm gonna let you know my cash app after this because that 100 is gonna be in my pocket.
Let us know right now.
Oh, okay. Actually, yeah. So if y'all want to hit me a few dollars when I make it big, it's Shalise Jones.
Okay.
C. Let me spell it out.
Go ahead.
CHELLISEJONES. Elizabeth, I know you ain't calling them, so run me my money. That's all I gotta say, big dog.
She gotta get off my show, bro.
Hey,
Thank you for stopping by.
hey, I appreciate it. Thank you. I'm glad you had me. I made it entertaining. They gonna love this one.
They definitely is.
They gonna love this.
They
one.
definitely are. No, seriously,
Hey,
though, I appreciate it.
let me tell y'all, Whitney Young Basketball, you gotta be a Dolphin because we brings the energy. This is what we do.
I appreciate that.
Okay.
No, this is fun. This was really fun. Thank you for stopping by.
Hey, thanks.
No, we
Yes,
definitely
I'll be
do.
watching. I remember y'all had Bree on there. Destiny was on there.
Yeah.
I'll be watching.
I appreciate that. No, all seriousness, we really definitely appreciate that. All right, guys, we are still down here at Whitney Young Media Day 2023. Our next guest, we will have her say her name, her class, and what position she plays.
Hi, my name is Amaya Henderson. I'm the class of 2025. I'm a junior, and I play a post.
Post. Okay. Tell us 3 things that you enjoy outside of basketball.
3 things I enjoy outside of basketball is skating, like roller skating. I play piano also, and I play clarinet also too.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. I like that. I like that. Who would you say are your favorite teammates on and off the court?
Favorite teammates on and off the court? Like I need like a list of them.
No, you can name 1, 2, whatever.
Gabby, she like really has a great personality. So
Okay.
on and off the court, she is really cool.
Okay. Tell us what Coach Krissy is like. What's our coaching style like?
Her coaching style is very motivative. She always wants us to get up and down the court. She always wants us moving.
Okay.
So yeah, she's really motivated.
What would you say are your strengths as a player, and what would you say is something that you need to work on?
My strengths as a player is definitely blocking shots. I love blocking shots. And something I need to work on is probably like more post moves, more things to finish
Finish at the basket? Okay.
Yeah.
Talk to us about your recruitment. Do you have currently any offers or interest from schools?
I had 2 Division 1 offers. So I had Wichita State University.
Okay.
And then I had University of Evansville, but I verbally committed to Wichita State.
Okay.
Yes.
Why did you decide to commit to Wichita State? What about their program kind of stuck out to you?
What stuck out to me is their coaching staff, their playing style. I love the atmosphere. I really loved it. And I thought it would be a great place to be at.
What do you think that you will be able to bring to that program once you get on campus as a player and as just as an individual as a whole?
As a player, I would definitely be great on the defensive end.
Okay.
Definitely blocking shots. And what was the other one?
And just you as an individual, just your whole personality, what would you bring as a teammate?
Oh, like I'm a social butterfly, so I'm always talk, Yeah.
Okay. Who would you say is your favorite NBA and your favorite WNBA player?
My favorite NBA is Kevin Durant. I love his athleticism. He's very, he uses his athleticism to his advantage. WNBA, probably like Vandersloot. Because she's very, very quick, and I love that.
Okay. All right. Talk to us about your family. What does family mean to you as a student athlete and as an overall basketball player?
Family means to me is like, welcoming, warm and stuff. Even in basketball, you said?
Yeah, like I'm speaking specifically your family. What do they mean to you?
Oh, my family is everything. I love them. So, yeah.
Okay. What are the team's expectations going into the season?
Our expectations is to make our free throws. Also, getting up and down the court, running. And yeah, pretty much.
When you see this video 5, 10, 15 years down the line, give yourself a future message. What do you want to tell yourself?
That I will get better every single day.
Okay. Thank you for stopping by the podcast. I hope you enjoyed it.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. All right, guys, we are back for our last interview. We saved the best for last.
Sure.
At the Whitney Young Media Day 2023, we have name, class, position.
Destiny Jackson. Say class?
Class.
25.
Position.
I'm a PG.
PG. So you are back for the second time on the Exposure Runs podcast. We love the fact that you're back on here. This time we came to you.
Right.
We came to you.
Y'all showing love.
Always going to show love to you. Talk about that first experience or the first time you came on the podcast. Like, what did you enjoy about it?
Oh, just y'all that's your personality and like having Barry and then my goddad there. It was just like a real cool podcast. I was like never like nervous or anything. I can answer all the questions straightforward.
It's good. That's good. I'm glad to hear that. We just had your teammate on here, Lisa. First of all, she hated. She definitely hated. Can you please tell the people like who my booski is, please?
Liz Cambridge.
Thank you.
He
Lisa,
loves her.
I love her.
Right.
And can you kind of, because me and Lisa got a bet. She said I'm not gonna get her.
Right.
Can you like help me? Like, tell Liz like tell her I'm a good dude.
He's a good dude. Like you gonna love the dates. You gonna have some good dates. You gonna be laughing. You gonna stay smiling. Like give him a chance.
There we go. Thank you. Hey, no, Lisa. All love. That's what I'm talking about. All right. So, first question. What are 3 things that you enjoy outside of basketball?
Cooking.
You
I like-
thugging?
Cooking.
Oh, cook. I thought you said thugging.
Oh my! Oh no, no. We don't do that. I'm an
Cooking.
Uber.
All right, cooking. What's your favorite meal to cook?
Right now, tacos. I love cooking. I cooked some tacos last night.
Okay.
And my mom and my auntie, my grandma can vouch for me. My food is good.
Okay. All right.
Valid.
What else you make?
I like making chicken.
Fried, baked.
Fried, baked. I'm getting to the bake side a little bit more.
Okay.
My auntie taught me how to perfect it. So.
Okay. All right. Who are your favorite? Actually, when I asked this question to a couple of your other teammates, they actually named you. But who are your favorite teammates on and off the court?
Oh, they named me.
They did name you.
On the court. See, I don't want like nobody to be mad if I want it.
That's okay.
You know what? All right. Okay. My favorite part Lisa, KJ.
Okay.
Then probably Elena.
Okay. Lisa and KJ definitely named you. Tell us about Coach Krissy. What is she like? What is her coaching style like?
Coach Krissy, she's real like heavy on defense. Like that's the first thing she always say. If you can't defend, you can't play. So I think she real defensive minded coach.
Okay. What would you say are your strengths, and what do you think you need to work on as a player?
My strengths are definitely like bringing like a lot of energy to the team. I could defend the other team's best player. I can score the ball at an efficient rate. And when I say my weaknesses is probably like some of the type of shots I take. Okay. Take them shots that people would think some crazy shots, but I work on them shots though. So it's like a kind of in between thing.
Okay. I know you said like your weaknesses. I just kind of want to go back and not so much correct you. I like to say I don't like to categorize it as a weakness for y'all boys or girls. I just like to say it's something that y'all want to work on. So like, I want you to not relate such negativity around things you want to work on, because although it is, I guess you can categorize it as a weakness, it's just things that we all need to work on. Talk about your recruitment. You got like hella offers right now, like too many to count. We won't even get into that because you may forget somebody and somebody's feelings maybe get hurt. What I will ask is, does anyone right now have the advantage on you possibly signing with them?
For sure.
Okay. All right. We won't even go into that.
Can't do that.
All right. No, we won't.
I can't do that again.
Will climate play a role?
You get what I'm saying? All right, go ahead.
Will climate play a role in where you decide to go?
No. Or distance, because a lot of coaches ask like, "Would you want to go far from home?" No. Nah, it don't matter.
So what will it come down to when you make your decision? What are you looking for?
I feel like I'm gonna feel like that off the visits. Like I'm gonna feel if it's a place I feel like at home, because when I go to like the visits, I feel like this is somewhere I want to be, this is somewhere I don't want to be.
Okay, so, and you know that right off the bat.
Yeah, I know that. I just get a feeling.
Right off the bat.
I go with my gut every time, so yeah.
And it hasn't let you down yet?
No.
Okay. Why should a college coach recruit you and subsequently offer you a scholarship opportunity?
Because I'm going to get them my all every game. Like, I'm not going to take no plays off. I'm not going to take no games off. And I know, like, college coaches value, like, defense. Any coach really values defense. And I'm going to be there for you on the court.
Okay. I know the last time you was on, we definitely asked you your favorite NBA and WNBA player, just for shits and giggles. We'll ask again, and that's just for me to be able to segue into what I want to do. Of course, you already know. Go ahead. So, who's your favorite NBA player? Brian. Who's your favorite WNBA?
Enrique Agumbawale.
Okay. Yeah, that was the point guard. She was from Notre Dame. Yep. And of course, we already know who my favorite WNBA.
Okay, is. But like game wise, why you like her play style, like game on the court?
Okay, so you stumped me.
Right.
Okay.
Like that.
Okay, you stumped me. But I did. Okay, so. When she did play, because she's no longer playing.
Right, she started.
Yeah, like she
doing crazy stuff. Yeah.
Watch your mouth.
Oh, my bad.
All right, let's not talk about Booski like that.
You see how she got hit? Like,
yeah, I saw all that. Like right now, well, I shouldn't say right now. I guess she's done playing. She's modeling now, and I guess she just, sometimes you fall out of love with the game. I guess I don't know, but when she did play, I loved. She was very aggressive on the court.
Right.
She rebounded really well. She shot really well. I just liked her overall. What's interesting is as a player, I don't want to categorize you, but as a player, her playing style, I wouldn't even say it was my favorite. Like I just sometimes she was one of them players that I don't like these type of players that just be like poking the bear, antagonizing, always talking shit for no reason, just fucking with people for no. I didn't really like that of her as a player. I just thought that I do like her as a player, but obviously I just like.
You like what you see better.
I like what I see better. That's my booski. That is my booski.
When did this happen? Like, when did you start?
Oh, great question. All right, so I started liking. So my WNBA crushes went from Skylar Diggins.
I knew you was gonna say. I knew you was gonna say her.
Skylar Diggins to I'm sorry. I used to be Shamika Hoslaw.
Okay.
Then Skylar. Skylar is just. But you know when I stopped liking Skylar?
When?
When I found out she was married to ugly from Sheldon Williams. I think she used to be married to Sheldon Williams. Or was that Shamika? I stopped liking one of them because they was dealing with Sheldon Williams, the dude that used to play for the Celtics. He
had the money though.
I guess so. And so then it went from Shamika, then went to Skylar, and then Elizabeth came along. And plus I love tall women.
She real tall.
Yeah, I love tall women. I love tall women. And I just like her. I just liked her energy. Oh, I just like her. Plus her IG fire. Her IG fire.
You like so if I go to every post right now, you gonna be under?
A good portion of them, yes. Wow. It won't be underneath exposure ones. It'll be under my personal page, but yes. I would say a nice selection. Now I haven't. Ironically, her profile doesn't show up in my algorithm that much no more. So like I have to make an effort to go there. But some of the earlier ones, like from her playing days up until like when she first stopped playing, she was DJing for a little while. Oh yeah, I know about my Boski now. So yes, if you go to her page, you will probably see some Moo 22s, which is my personal page, liking that thing out there. You might even see some hearts. You might even see some comments. Nothing crazy. I don't comment nothing crazy or disrespectful or whatever. But
right.
Yeah, you will see some some heart eyes or you'll definitely see the like. But you might see the hard eyes. You might see the high wavy thing.
Yeah. Okay. Appreciate you being honest though.
Yeah, definitely. Talk about your family again. I know we talked about your family before, but talk about what your family and what they mean to you as a student and as a player.
Well, I have 4 sisters. Oh no, 3. I'm the 4th sister.
Okay.
But yeah, they meant a lot to me. Then my mom, my dad, obviously, and stuff, and then my other family members. Right. I mean, they meant a lot to me. Like they are a big part of the reason why I started playing like my cousins are. So I appreciate them a lot every day.
Okay. What are the team expectations going into the season?
3-peat city and get downstate. I really want to get downstate. I need to know the experience.
Okay. Will not winning state and or city be considered a failure?
I don't think it'll be considered a failure. I mean, it's gonna depend on like how we lose those games, like the road to get there, how we like responded to those games. Okay. I feel like that's gonna be more of like if it's a failure or not.
Okay, that'll determine that.
Yeah, but it's also a learning experience because we young, ain't no seniors, so either way it go, we all back next year.
Regardless, and y'all get another crack at it.
Yeah.
Well, let's get it done this year.
For sure.
Okay, cool. Lastly, of course, as you know, I always like you guys to give yourselves a future message. What would you like to tell yourself 5-10 years down the line?
Destiny, you got to be somewhere in college. Hopefully you made the right decision and you ain't in like no transfer portal or nothing. But you killing. You done got all the accolades that you should have got up to this point. And yeah. Okay.
As always, we really appreciate you stopping by the show. Thank you for the support that you have continued to show our platform. We really appreciate it. We got our season passes, so we're gonna be in the bill. Yeah, they hooked us up. Yeah, they hooked us. Oh, we got a book. We already showed them once, but we got a book. We got season passes, and I told Lisa that we're gonna be like right up in that corner at games.
Right,
and so when y'all, flying up and down the court, when y'all get that break, and like you're gonna see us waving down at y'all. Yeah, we got y'all.
Like that.
All right, cool.
Y'all gotta be here November 25th though, cause I'm gonna hit a K. Points.
1,000 points.
1,000 points.
We in the that's the Saturday
Classic.
That's the Saturday after Thanksgiving.
25th. Yeah, I think. Wait, when is Thanksgiving?
Thursday the 23rd.
Yeah, it's like 2 days after Thanksgiving. Yeah, Saturday.
All right, cool. You gonna hit 1,000 points? How many points you shot?
Huh? I'm 40. I'm 40 points away.
So you might get that before then, though.
Yeah. But we got one game. We play on Wednesday. But I'm gonna hit it here. I'm gonna make sure I hit it here.
Are you going?
Okay, But like, if I gotta hit it at La Lemire for us to win, I'ma hit it. But that's like 40.
The goal is to get it here.
To get it here, so I get the ball and stuff like that here. Yeah.
Oh, we'll be here. We'll
for
be
sure.
here. Shit, we got our passes. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all gotta come.
Yeah, we gotta come. We in here. Thank you. I appreciate you.
Appreciate you.
All right.